Imagine standing at the edge of everything you know, feeling that unbearable tension coiling inside your chest, the one that screams, "There has to be another way." You're not wrong. The world you see around you, the one that insists you need a finished product before you can raise a dollar, before you can even dream about scaling up, that world is telling you a lie. It's a lie wrapped in rules and traditions whose only real job is to stop people exactly like you. The firebrand founders, the relentless investors, the unstoppable leaders, from breaking free. What if, for a moment, you could rip off that old rulebook that binds you and realize you don't need a fully baked product to raise money? What if you could tap into the deep, raw power inside you, the power no system wants you to remember, and rewrite the whole game? Most people never get this. They settle. They wait for a product to be perfect, for a presentation to be flawless, for every detail to be right. And while they wait, they watch the world pass them by. They listen to all the noise telling them they're not ready, not worthy yet. But here's the truth that the system never says out loud. Your product is not your power. The world is not waiting for your product. It's waiting for your vision, your conviction, your ability to ignite belief in others. Investors, partners, allies, they don't just back products, they back people. They back stories that break their hearts open. They back visions they can't get out of their heads long after the pitch ends. And that's the secret weapon you've been overlooking. Think about this for a second. You've probably been told that fundraising means having your prototype in hand, your user metrics polished, your traction visible. But what if the real traction, the kind that pulls money and minds in, is in the idea itself, the fire in your eyes, the urgency in your voice before the product even exists? Investors want to be part of a story that's bigger than a product feature list. They want to be pioneers on a journey only a few dare to take because they see in you the courage to build what others can't even imagine yet. It's no coincidence that some of the most successful fundraisers in history happened when the product was not even real. Look closer. Airbnb was just a promise of airbeds on the floor. Tesla was a vision of a world no one really believed in at first. And so many legendary startups raised millions before they had a product that even made sense to the wider world. They tapped into something raw and real, their own belief and the belief they sparked in others. This is about more than fundraising. It's about liberation. It's about breaking the cage built by fear, doubt, and the endless demand for proof before you get a chance to prove anything. So how do you do this? How do you raise money when you don't have a product? You start by shifting the entire way you think about what you're building. Your story is your product. Your vision is your prototype. Every conversation you have is an opportunity to craft real belief. You need to abandon the script everyone else is following and instead write your own. Raw, unfiltered, authentic. Strip away all the polished jargon and boxes investors expect and speak from the place in your gut where your fire lives. Lay yourself bare. Show what others can't see, a future shaped by your hands, a world altered because you dared to be more. Next, stop hunting for the many. Stop chasing the crowd or trying to speak to everyone. Investors, especially the right ones, are looking for connection, not volume. They want to meet the few who see what others miss, who feel the same itch in their soul and are ready to act. Be selective. Find those who burn like you do. Speak directly to their fears, their hopes, their secret ambitions. Make them feel the urgency just as deeply as you do. Because fundraising without genuine connection is just noise, and noise is easy to ignore. Here's an even more radical idea. Instead of pitching your product, pitch the problem so brutally it hurts to ignore. Make your investors uncomfortable with the status quo. Make them feel the pain your vision is about to heal before you even mention a line of code or a prototype. If you can do this, you've tapped into something rare. True alignment. The kind that doesn't depend on features, demos, or fancy slides. It depends on shared pain, shared purpose, and a shared hunger to be part of something bigger than themselves. It's also crucial to embrace patience, but not the kind that keeps you stuck waiting for a perfect moment. This is active patience, a long game of building relationships, nurturing belief, and weaving your network like a web that no one can pull apart. Fundraising with no product means going beyond transactions. It's about transformation. It means showing you're playing for eternity, not for the short spike of a funding round. Building trust, weaving stories, lighting fires in the minds of others, that's how you build a fundraise that breaks through. But maybe the hardest part of all is this. To raise money without a product, you must be sovereign, completely sovereign. None of this works if you're trying to mimic what everyone else is doing, if you're bending to the rules that cage most founders in quiet desperation. Sovereignty means your will is your weapon. No one else defines your value. No one else holds the map to your power. This is about owning your rebellious, untamable vision, showing it so clearly that the impossible becomes inevitable in the eyes of those who dare to see it. This path, make no mistake, is lonely. The world does not provide infrastructure for the exceptional. It isolates, misunderstands, and sidelines brilliance that refuses to fit the mold. That's why this isn't for everyone. This is for those who are done living someone else's story, done waiting for permission to shine, done letting their fire be smothered by the comfortable lies of tradition. It's for the rare few who know they are meant to burn brighter, who know the world can't change without radical action, and who won't rest until the rules themselves bend and break. What you're doing when you raise with no product isn't just a hack or a trick. It's an act of rebellion. It's a declaration that the old structures, the tired expectations, the suffocating edicts of what a fundraise looks like, all of it, can be ripped apart. You become the signal in the noise. You become the spark that electrifies the network of rare visionaries waiting for you to lead. You stop needing anyone's permission to begin because you realize your greatest asset is your audacity. Once you see it this way, once you feel it deep in your bones, every cold email you send, every meeting you walk into, every word you speak becomes a lightning strike. You don't ask for money. You offer a chance to be part of history. You invite others to become part of the collective rebellion where the exceptional gather to unleash what the system forgot. This is your moment to take back your freedom and reshape reality. The product will follow, it always does, once you've unlocked belief and built your tribe. Remember, the world is not waiting for your product to be perfect. The world is waiting for you to be real, to be raw, to be sovereign, to be the rare individual who refuses to settle or be silenced. When you raise with no product, you raise with everything that makes you unstoppable. Vision, courage, connection, and ruthlessness in pursuit of what must be. Change comes from the edges, from those who defy comfort and consensus, from those who burn instead of bend. Are you ready to stop processing and start becoming? The power isn't in your product. It's in the fire that's been inside you all along. Light it, share it, watch as everything else falls into place. Because when you raise with no product, you raise with the future itself.